Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an exciting topic to dive into. I've been getting a lot of questions, and today, in our real estate wholesaling journey and business, we are going to be looking into one of the best ways to use Zillow and using it as one of the most popular online platforms that is free. In this video, I'm going to provide you with a step-by-step guide on how to successfully navigate Zillow to find a potential buyer for your wholesale deal. So let's get started. Before we begin, though, let's quickly recap what real estate wholesaling is. Wholesaling involves finding great real estate deals and assigning the contracts to investors who are looking to purchase properties for a profit. It's a fantastic way to generate income. Definitely a solid way to build your business and your gateway into the real estate industry as an investor. As you guys know, I am a real estate agent here in Los Angeles. I do a little bit of the wholesaling as well throughout California and in other parts of the United States. Typically, I'm focusing heavily here in California, specifically Southern California. So let's jump right into it. Again, I've been getting a lot of questions on how do we find a buyer, or how do we understand what a buyer is looking for? So I'm going to show you guys a way on Zillow to use it as a platform for you to search for buyers. One, two, understand what they're looking for, the type of percentages and return they're looking for. And three, I think the most important question is, what price do I need to have my deals at in order for me to sell it and assign it to the end buyer? So let me show you guys. So here we have Zillow, have it opened up. We are in the city of Los Angeles. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to go to sold, right? So we're in the sold section of Zillow. We're going to click sold. What I want to do is, one, you have to be familiar with the area. So I'm pretty familiar with the northeast LA part of Los Angeles. So I'm going to go, just going to zoom in. And I'm going to find a home that looks like it's been flipped. One, that it's been flipped. Two, that had been sold fairly recently. So I'm going to zoom in a bit more. Sorry, guys, my computer's running a little bit slow. Okay, so as we zoom in closer, I'm in Atwater Village. As you guys see, there's a couple properties here that have been flipped, or at least sold within the only filter I have here, which I showed you in the last video, is how to switch to see what has been sold fairly recently. You can do up to 30 days, you can do up to 60 days, you can do up to 90 days on Zillow. So I think the only filter I have on right now is it to show 90 days. And let's pick a property here. So I'm going to choose this one. And I want to choose a property that I can see that has been flipped. So as we see, we're in this section of Atwater Village, a town in Los Angeles. And I'm going to find a property here that has been flipped. You can tell property's been flipped by the way, the finishes are in the kitchen and in the restrooms, the way it looks, it's been painted, it's been fairly updated. You can also see the search history, which is what I really want to show you. So I'm going to pick this property here. And as you see, just from the pictures, we can see this looks like a fairly flipped property. What I want to show you is how you understand what has been flipped in the area. So as we see, right, it's been fairly updated. Not fairly updated, it's actually been renovated heavily. Zillow has a cool feature where it shows you the sales history. So if you scroll on this right side here, you can see that we will see all the history of the house. First of all, you see the facts and the features of the house. It's a 67 square foot home, 6,700 square foot home. Sorry about that, guys. But as you see, this is the most important part. The sold history, the price history, the history of the home. As we see, it's been sold $420 of this year. This is the price it's sold for. And how do we understand if this is a flipper? Well, we can see the history of the home. So as you see, we scroll down more, keep going. This home has been sold actually the year of 2022 in March. Basically, a year later, they sold it. To me, that screams they're a flipper, right? They get in. Typically, a flip job, depending on the size of the flip, this one looks like a very heavily flipped home. It can range from either 3 months to about 12 months. So this is the perfect fit. As you can see, just by the sales history, we see it's a flipped home. So these are flippers that purchased this home. And what I want to show you is how to understand what percentage they're buying at. So again, I was asked recently by a couple of colleagues, how do we figure out what percentage we should be locking these deals up? So as we see, these guys originally bought it for $1,311,000. They ended up selling it for $2,275,000. Simple way to do it is you pull your calculator out. We're going to take the price down here that they originally bought it at. So let's round up. We'll say 1,312. So $1,312,000. And we're going to take it for what they sold for. What you're going to do is take the purchase of the original purchase. You're going to take that number, divide it by their sold price. So $2,275,000. And it's going to give you a percentage. As you see, we see a 0.57. What that means is that these guys are buying their deals off of the ARV, which the sold price is their ARV here. They are buying at a 57% discount. All I did was use Zillow, which is a free source, look at the sales history of a flipped home. You take it for what they originally bought it for. You divide that number by what they sold it for, and that tells you, okay, I need to be locking up my deal specifically in this area. Flippers are buying, or investors are buying it for a 57% discount. So I just wanted to show you guys, hey, you can find buyers, you can find ways to understand what a good deal is potentially with free sources like Zillow. And then again, let's say you have a deal in this specific area, skip trace the home. You can skip trace this home, find out who originally bought it for in this month of March of 22, find out who bought this. You could call them up if you have a deal that is a 57, even a 60% deal discount. You could call these guys up and ask them like, hey, I have a property. You just flipped this home on Larga. I have a property right next door. I have it at the same percentage of a discount. Would you be interested in buying it? So again, I just wanted to share this video with you guys. I have a couple people asking me, what do I lock up my deals for? How do I understand what investors are looking for in their deals? Zillow has a good free source. Zillow is a free source. So I wanted to show you guys a free way to use Zillow to understand what a good deal is. Okay, guys, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.